The Valdorian Imperial Armada emerged from hyperspace at the edge of Earth's solar system, their 500 warships gleaming like predatory stars against the cosmic void. Fleet Commander Zarthok clicked his mandibles in satisfaction. According to their intelligence, this primitive species called humans had only recently achieved rudimentary spaceflight. This would be a quick conquest. Scan the planet, Zarthok ordered from his command throne. Prepare occupation protocols. Aboard the Earth Defense Station Sentinel Prime, Captain Leonardo Santos watched the alien fleet materialize on his tactical display. His dark eyes narrowed as he counted the contacts. 500 ships, the largest invasion force humanity had ever faced. "Get me Commander Angelina Rodriguez," he said calmly, "and activate Protocol Omega." His bridge crew exchanged nervous glances, but they obeyed. Within minutes, Angelina's face appeared on the comm screen. The commander of Earth's Rapid Response Fleet had piercing green eyes that seemed to calculate 1,000 variables per second. "I see them, Leo," she said. 500 ships. They probably think we're easy prey." "They haven't done their homework," Leonardo replied with a thin smile. "Humanity doesn't do easy prey." The Valdorian fleet began its approach, maintaining perfect formation. Zarthok had conquered 47 worlds in his career. Each time, the pattern was the same. Overwhelming force, immediate surrender, swift occupation. These humans would be no different. "Commander, we're receiving a transmission from the alien fleet," Leonardo's communications officer reported. "Put it through." Zarthok's reptilian face filled the screen, his translator rendering his words in perfect English. "Primitive humans, you have been selected for integration into the Valdorian Empire. Surrender your planet immediately, and your deaths will be swift and painless. Resist, and we will turn your world to ash." Leonardo glanced at Angelina's split screen. She raised one eyebrow. He nodded slightly. "This is Captain Leonardo Santos of the Earth Defense Force," he replied. "You have exactly 1 minute to reverse course and leave this system. This is your only warning." The bridge of Zarthok's flagship erupted in hissing laughter. "1 minute? Foolish ape creature. You dare threaten the Valdorian?" Leonardo cut the transmission. "Angelina, you're cleared hot," he said quietly. "Copy that," she responded. "Let's show them what humanity learned from our own wars." The Valdorian fleet had closed to optimal firing range when their sensors suddenly screamed warnings. From behind Earth's moon, Mercury's shadow and Jupiter's radiation belts, humanity's true fleet emerged. Not the 20 vessels the Valdorians had detected, but 2,000 ships, each bristling with weapons technology the aliens couldn't comprehend. Angelina commanded the lead battle group from her flagship Indomitable. She'd studied every conflict in human history, from ancient Rome to the Third World War. Humanity's greatest teacher had always been warfare, and they were exceptional students. "All ships," she broadcast across the fleet channels, "engage at will. No quarter, no mercy. They came to exterminate us. We'll show them why that's always a mistake." The battle lasted 18 minutes. Humanity's weapons had been forged in the fires of their own brutal conflicts. Railguns that could punch through 6 feet of armor. Plasma torpedoes that burned at temperatures found only in stellar cores. Point defense systems perfected through centuries of shooting down each other's missiles. But it wasn't just the weapons. It was the tactics. While the Valdorians maintained their pretty formations, Angelina's fleet moved like a school of predatory fish, surrounding, isolating, and destroying enemy vessels with ruthless efficiency. Leonardo coordinated the orbital defense platforms, creating overlapping fields of fire that turned space into a killing zone. Zarthok watched in horror as his mighty armada disintegrated. These weren't primitives. They were apex predators who'd spent millennia perfecting the art of killing their own kind. Every doctrine, every weapon system, every tactical innovation had been stress-tested in humanity's endless conflicts. "Retreat," he screamed. "All ships, emergency." The Indomitable's main cannon spoke once. Zarthok's flagship became an expanding cloud of debris. Of the 500 Valdorian warships that had entered the Sol system, 3 managed to limp away into hyperspace, their hulls scarred and smoking. Angelina let them go. "Let them run," she told Leonardo over the comm. "Let them tell the galaxy what happens when you threaten Earth." 12 hours later, Leonardo and Angelina stood together on the observation deck of Sentinel Prime, watching cleanup crews collect the debris field. The battle had been so one-sided it almost seemed unfair. They had no idea, Leonardo said softly. They thought we were primitives because we only recently reached space. Angelina nodded, her reflection ghostly in the reinforced viewport. They didn't understand. We didn't reach space because we were peaceful. We reached space because we needed more room to fight. Every ship out there, every weapon system, every tactical algorithm, we built it to kill each other. And now? Now the galaxy knows, she continued. Humanity isn't special because we're peaceful or enlightened. We're special because we survived ourselves. 10,000 years of warfare taught us one lesson better than any species in the galaxy: how to end a threat completely and without mercy. Leonardo placed a hand on her shoulder. Do you think they'll come back? Angelina's green eyes reflected the distant stars, cold and calculating. Some will. There are always predators who think they're different, who think they'll succeed where others failed. She smiled, and it was not a kind expression. We'll be waiting. Far across the galaxy, the 3 surviving Valdorian ships arrived at their homeworld. They transmitted their battle logs, their sensor data, their desperate final moments. The Valdorian High Council watched in silence as humanity's fleet tore through their armada like paper. They saw tactics and strategies that spoke of a species born in blood. They witnessed weapons forged in the crucible of self-destruction. One elder counselor spoke, his voice trembling. Mark their system as forbidden. Humanity is not prey. They are the hunters, and we were foolish enough to enter their territory. The decree went out across the galactic networks. Earth and its solar system were to be avoided at all costs. Humanity had earned something precious through violence, respect, and more importantly, peace. Not the peace of the weak, but the peace of those too dangerous to provoke. And in the depths of space, Angelina and Leonardo stood watch, ready to teach that lesson again and again, to anyone foolish enough to forget. The end.